Today's
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. As Indy's offense takes the field for the first time, we take a look at Matt Ryan, top 10 all-time in passing yards, playing his first career season outside of Atlanta. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. 1st down, Murray. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Connor is in. Touchdown, Arizona. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. Anything big on that drive? The 6 on the scoreboard.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Ryan. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw is Ryan. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Quick slant to Brown. And they'll get this down to the 10. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play in motion. moment ago. Followed up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. All that for a 2-yard gain, second down. Here's Murray. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray finding Marquise Brown. And the Cardinals are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Prater for the extra point. And it's now 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's Hollywood Marquise Brown who finishes it off with the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Ryan. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, ball's out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
To throw again is Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm is going forward. Incomplete pass. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Murray now on 1st down. And this one is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Murray. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 21-0. That time a 6-play drive. And the play that polished it off was a touchdown run by Kyler Murray. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Indy set to go on offense once more. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's when they could be.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive. Now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Boy, still a half-plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Free kick out of bounds.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Ertz has it left side. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he's got it. And the Cardinals are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they can be set up with a first and goal.
They'll run here with Connor. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. James Conner with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Prater for the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. A drive there of just 4 plays.
by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Ryan. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into fourth down.
Fourth down, here's Ryan. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley-Cox. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Ryan. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Ryan will throw again. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 12-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. First and 10, Taylor now. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Finding space at the 40. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. Murray now. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Over the middle, complete. It's Conner. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 19. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And that will do it for this first half.
Well, no sooner do the teams get to the locker rooms and they're running right back out. Halftime over, 3rd quarter, ready to go.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. To the right side, and he's got more complete. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11 now.
Murray going to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
Here's Murray. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Murray now on 1st down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
It's surprising that Indianapolis is Yannick Ngakoue's 5th team in the last 4 seasons. He's never had fewer than 8 sacks and 2 forced fumbles in a year, producing everywhere he's been.
Zach Ertz has it complete.
On the move past the 40. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
On 1st and 10 is counter. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. On play action, it's Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Rondale Moore.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Prater on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cards are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Screen pass to Connor. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
Murray again, 2nd and 10.
This is caught. It's Brown.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Well, up big with still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Time to get another play in here as time has run out. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Murray a give. This is Connor. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray.
This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
It'll be Murray on the keeper.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cardinals continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th.
Extra point good by Prater. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the turnover, here's Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Williams.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They can continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Murray now to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Colts are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. After the interception, here's Ryan. A throw on the money there to Doolin. And they work this out past the 25. 23 yards, the final tally. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Ryan. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. Past the 20. And they will score. It's a pick-6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling down. No longer going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He's going to let it fly. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Play action. It's Ryan. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pick the shutout. But you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in. It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off